By the time people noticed the sky was wrong, it was already too late to pretend nothing was happening. It began on a Tuesday, when the clouds over New York turned the same color as the smog over Delhi, and the storm over the Pacific mimicked the shape of a wildfire over Brazil. Weather reports broke, satellite feeds glitched, the patterns stopped looking like clouds and started looking like veins. Something was spreading. At first, everyone argued about what it was. On talk shows, people yelled, "It's the other country's pollution. It's a government experiment. It's a hoax." Protests filled the streets. Hashtags trended. Leaders blamed other nations. Borders tightened. People stocked up on food and ammo, each certain that the threat was on the other side of the fence. No one noticed the sound. It was just beneath the edge of hearing, riding on the wind, buried in the hum of machines and traffic. Some people called it a ringing in their ears. Others said it was just anxiety. Doctors prescribed pills. Therapists prescribed breathing exercises. Only the children seemed to hear it clearly. "It's whispering," they said. "What is?" their parents asked. "The sky," they replied. "It's hungry." They laughed at the kids until videos started to appear online. A clip from Tokyo, skyscrapers under a sky laced with dark pulsing lines. The audio was corrupted, but beneath the static, you could almost hear something. Talking, not in any language, more like a chorus of syllables scraping together, like teeth grinding. A clip from Cairo, dust storm rolling in, but the dust didn't move like dust. It crawled, curling into shapes like hands. A clip from a small village no one could pronounce, clouds lowering like a ceiling, flattening into a thick gray lid. People ran, shouting, before the video cut out. Experts called it atmospheric anomalies. They said it was global climate irregularities, unprecedented but explainable. But late at night, when they watched the raw satellite footage alone in dim labs, some of them saw something else. The patterns weren't random. On the global map, the storm systems and smoke plumes and dust clouds formed spirals. The spirals formed an eye, and the eye was looking down. The first time something was taken, it happened live. A debate was being broadcast from 3 different countries at once, a symbolic global town hall. Screens around the world showed split images, 3 stages, 3 crowds, 3 arguments, everyone talking over each other, blame bouncing from one continent to another like a ball in a rigged game. Then the lights flickered. The sound cut out for a moment and the audience leaned closer to their screens. When the feed came back, the 3 skies above the 3 cities had darkened. The clouds had drawn together in tight spirals, hovering directly over each stage. The cameras began to shake. People looked up. The clouds opened. It didn't rain water. It rained shadows. They fell like ink, splashing across faces and microphones and flags. Everywhere a shadow touched, mouths stopped mid-argument. Eyes went empty. People froze, standing upright like puppets with their strings cut. The broadcast didn't cut. It stayed live, showing millions of viewers 3 silent crowds under 3 swirling holes in the sky. For several seconds, the only sound was the weird low hum that had been haunting everyone's ears. Then, in perfect sync, the frozen crowds turned to face the cameras, their lips stretched into identical 2-wide smiles, and they spoke together, not in any human language, but in that scraping, grinding chorus. Even through the speakers, the sound felt wrong, like it was trying to rearrange the thoughts of anyone who heard it. The world panicked. Nations declared states of emergency. Flights were grounded. The streets emptied, then filled with soldiers. Internet rumors roared. Demons, aliens, the earth itself rebelling. A handful of scientists, scattered in different countries, saw it more clearly. They compared notes, not through official channels, but through old, forgotten email lists and emergency ham radios. None of them trusted their own governments anymore. They didn't trust each other much either, but they trusted the data. The thing in the sky, and it's not weather, one of them said on a shaky call. "It's not alive, at least not like us," said another. "It reacts," a third whispered, "every time we turn on each other. Look at the patterns. Every surge follows a conflict spike. War, riots, campaigns of hate." They pulled satellite images side by side, one showing a region as protests exploded, another showing dark tendrils of cloud tightening above it like claws. They overlaid charts of social media rage with maps of storm centers. The match was perfect. It feeds on division, one of them said finally, on us hating each other, on fear. Every time we tear each other apart, it grows. A silence followed that was heavy.